The future of finance is unfolding right now, and the XRP Ledger is making a bold move. Forget speculation, forget meme coins. We're talking about a protocol-level innovation that could redefine how institutions tokenize and settle real-world assets worth trillions of dollars. It's called the Multi-Purpose Token Standard, or MTokens v1, and it may be the most important upgrade to the XRPL since its inception. So what is MPT? Why are financial institutions paying attention? And most importantly, how does this impact the utility and ultimately the value of XRP itself? Let's dive deep. Section 1. The problem with tokenization today. For years, the promise of blockchain-based tokenization has been simple. Take real-world assets like bonds, real estate, commodities, even securities, and move them onto distributed ledgers. In theory, this unlocks instant settlement, global liquidity, and programmable financial contracts. But here's the catch: most existing blockchains weren't designed for institutions. Ethereum and other EVM chains rely on complex custom smart contracts. Every issuer has to build compliance rules from scratch. This creates massive operational risks and opens the door to hacks, exploits, and regulatory nightmares. For global banks and asset managers, that's a non-starter. They need compliance baked into the protocol itself, and that's exactly what the XRPL's MPT standard delivers. Section 2. What makes MPT different? At its core, MPT is not just another token standard. It's a compliance-first architecture engineered specifically for regulated financial institutions. Here's what makes it groundbreaking. 1. Granular asset freezing and clawbacks. MPTs have built-in deep freeze and fund clawback capabilities. If a regulator issues a sanction, or if fraud is detected, issuers can instantly freeze or recover assets. This is critical for legal compliance and something that most blockchains simply cannot enforce natively. 2. Identity-based access controls. MPT integrates with decentralized identity frameworks, DIDs, and verifiable credentials. That means issuers can restrict token transfers to only KYC-verified, authorized holders. This is an institutional must-have. No anonymous wallets, no regulatory blind spots. 3. Reduced smart contract risk. Because compliance features are hard-coded into the XRPL itself, institutions don't need to rely on custom, unaudited smart contracts. This slashes development costs, reduces operational risk, and lowers the capital banks need to set aside for regulatory risk buffers. For high-speed, low-cost settlement, MPT runs on the XRPL, inheriting its strengths. 3 to 5 second transaction finality. Extremely low fixed fees paid in XRP. No unpredictable gas wars like on Ethereum. 5. Transparent supply controls. When tokens are sent back to issuers, they're automatically burned, ensuring a clean, auditable circulating supply. Perfect for regulators and auditors. 6. Machine-readable contract metadata. MPT supports standardized data structures like XLS0089D and Actus. This means tokens can carry essential financial contract terms like maturity dates, coupon rates, or payment schedules directly inside the asset itself. For institutions, that's revolutionary. It transforms tokens into true digital contracts. Section 3. Why this matters for institutions. For major financial players, banks, asset managers, and regulators, the MPT standard addresses every pain point that has slowed institutional blockchain adoption. Think about it: a bank can issue tokenized bonds with compliance guarantees. An asset manager can tokenize money market funds while staying aligned with KYC laws. A central bank could launch a regulated stablecoin or CBDC with full control over issuance and circulation. And all of this can run on the highly secure, battle-tested XRPL protocol and network that's been live for over a decade with zero downtime. Section 4. The strategic impact on XRP. Now let's talk about what this really means for XRP holders. The adoption of MPT is not just about institutions, it's about XRP's utility model. Every single MPT operation, whether it's issuance, transfer, or management, requires a fee paid in XRP. And here's the kicker: those fees are burned, permanently removing XRP from circulation. On top of that, each new MPT issuance locks a small reserve of XRP in escrow to support the ledger objects that track balances. This takes XRP out of the liquid supply. So as real-world asset tokenization scales into the trillions of dollars, the demand for XRP utility rises, while the available supply shrinks. This is a fundamental shift in the XRP narrative. We move from pure speculation, maybe the price will go up someday, to a quantifiable utility-driven valuation model. In other words, XRP's value can be tied directly to measurable, global financial activity. Section 5: Real-world use cases coming. Let's make this concrete. Imagine what can be tokenized.